Oh, Assalamu alaikum. It has been a while since I came live, I think, at least a week or two. Anyhow, today I'm going to talk about shiny object syndrome, how you can tackle it as a business owner, and I will also answer any questions you might have in the end. Let's just give it a couple of minutes or at least a few seconds for people to join in. Can you hear me fine? Audio, video, everything okay? Can you give me some thumbs up? Thumbs ups in the comment section. Let's see. Yeah. Hi Nida. Where are you guys joining from? Which city? Which country? What do you guys do? I don't know what you guys know. When you come for these live sessions, it's actually a great way to network and connect with other people who might be doing similar things or who could even be your potential customers in the future. So instead of being quiet and shy and not saying anything, it's actually better to engage by leaving comments, questions, and your Instagram handle being seen by other people who are watching the live as well. Okay, Nida says she's from Lucknow. She's an artist. There you go. Nida has taken the first step. Now the rest of you can connect with each other as well. Okay, so let me get straight into today's topic, which is shiny object syndrome. It basically means we as human beings, we have the tendency to move from one project to the other without really finishing the first project. Or sometimes we hop from one thing to the other. Like we download one app for, let's say, for tracking our habits, and then we find something else. So instead of using the first one, we download another one, and then another one, and then we end up not using any of those. So that is an example from day-to-day life. Now, as a business owner, I can give you plenty of examples from my life. When I was managing my e-commerce store back in Dubai called Pretty Paper Studio or PPS UAE, some of you already know it, some of you don't. So PPS UAE was an online art supply store, and my hands were very full at the time. It started as a small boutique store with just 40 something products, and then it grew to some 4,000 products. So it scaled organically, but pretty quickly, or steadily at least. And my hands were full, as on a day-to-day basis. I already had quite a few things to do, but I would come across something or the other. Like I remember I started not a subscription box, but sort of a hobby kit. I took some supplies from within my store, and then I collaborated with a couple of other artists locally in Dubai, and I put together this hobby kit, themed hobby kits. And although it was a great learning experience, now when I look back, like now that I have hindsight, it was not really a great idea, because I was running behind multiple things and multiple people to get those boxes out, and then putting the boxes together, getting the products together, getting the artists together, and then marketing it, selling it, while I already had a shop that I had to market and sell products from. Now today, like at present, most of you all should know I have a digital marketing agency called Nilo & Co, based here in Kochi. I also have this coaching business, so I have two things that I am running parallelly. And when it comes to Nilo & Co, what happens is most of the agencies in Kerala, at least, they have the agency, of course, and also an academy where they teach the digital marketing related courses. So I am someone who likes to teach. I actually enjoy coaching and mentorship and teaching more than I enjoy the actual marketing that I do for Nilo & Co clients. So I have the tendency of always thinking of starting an academy, or at least giving it a foundation, if not starting it full-fledged and all of that. So I tend to get carried away sometimes, and I have to sort of pull myself back and bring myself back to reality, because I already have a coaching business, and also Neelu & Co is still fairly a baby compared to other agencies in Kochi and even in Kerala. So, sometimes I have to ground myself and remind myself that I can do all of that. I can, I can have multiple dreams and I'll achieve all of that, but one thing or one step at a time. So this is what shiny object syndrome is in a nutshell. I would love to hear from you. Do you experience this, whether as an artist or a creative or an entrepreneur? Do you tend to go from one project to the other without actually finishing one or getting distracted? What is your experience like? I would love to hear in the comment section if you could. I'm sorry about the background noise. I am in a kutti room. But somehow whenever I pull out my gimbal and camera to record something, everybody from the co-working space somehow tend to come right next to me. This is the case every single time, whether I'm doing a live session or whether I'm trying to record a video. This is how it is. So I'm sorry about the background noise if it is bothering you. Alright, so coming back to shiny object syndrome, so I just gave you a quick summary. If you have similar experiences, I would love to hear in the comment section. Now let's move to the actual point of this live session, which is how to tackle it. Like, what are the things that you can do? The first thing is obviously being very self-aware. Like, self-awareness is key, you guys. No matter how old you get, knowing your patterns, understanding your own behavior and attitude towards different things and how you tend to behave in certain situations, that can help you immensely. So when you find yourself jumping from one thing to the other, remind yourself that, okay, this is a natural tendency that I tend to have every now and then, or when I come across something that catches my attention. And it's not necessary that I take it up. Like, it's not necessary that I go from one project to the other. So Nida is saying, oh yes, a lot of times when I'm into favorite project, another project excites me more. Yes. I think this is very true when it comes to artists and creative people, because anything can spark our creativity. Anything can spark that inspiration, and sometimes it tends to come at the most wrong time. There really is no wrong time for inspiration to hit us, but you know what I mean. So the first thing, like I said, is being self-aware. The second thing is to evaluate potential. I'm just looking at my notes. I tend to forget things. Okay, Simple Delights is saying, yes, I have jumped a lot of time creating content. Created a cooking channel, then jumped into reselling, then again now I'm into home decor. It's just that I couldn't process what I love the most. You don't really have to pick a favorite, but yes, focusing your attention on one particular thing definitely helps in the long run, because you don't feel like a frazzled chicken or a headless chicken running behind different things. When you are focused on one thing, all of your energy and quality energy is being invested in that one thing. But I completely get it. I mean, I can give all the advice standing here, but I myself am someone who tend to jump from one thing to the other. Anyways, the second thing that you can do to tackle SOS is exploring the potential of that new shiny object. So I'll go back to my own example. I was telling earlier, right? I have an agency called Neelu & Co. Since I enjoy teaching, I also want to start an academy. However, and I have explored the potential. Most of the agencies here that runs academies parallelly are targeting college students, graduates, postgraduates who are looking for a job or a soft skill that they can earn from. Whereas my target audience or the kind of people that I enjoy teaching are business owners who are pretty much in the same age group as me, 30 to 40 or similar. So they are not really college students, because I tend to connect better with mothers, homemakers or working women. in slightly higher age group compared to, let's say, college students. So my idea for the academy is different, and I'm pretty sure there is potential for it, but it also requires a lot of investment from me, and not just time but also money. Whether it's an online academy or an offline academy, it's going to require, let's say if it's an offline academy, I have to find a space, then I have to find tables and chairs and I don't know, all kinds of electronic items, and then of course I'll have to hire staff. If it's online, of course the kind of expenses is different. I can get started with a website, but it has to be a solid website. It can't be like any website, right? It has to be one of those educational, learning LMS websites, learning management systems, and all of that. So even there is a certain kind of investment that is required in terms of time and money. So I have explored the potential, and I have told myself to just give it some time and do it maybe a year or two down the lane. And this is very difficult for me because I am worried whether someone will come up with the same idea. I mean, there's already other people doing similar stuff, but I do have FOMO I do experience FOMO from time to time, wondering what if I'm too late? What if I don't end up doing it at all? What if, this is where I'm going to be in the next 2 to 3 years. So, yeah. Second step is exploring the potential. The third step is to sleep on it. Many times when we are faced with a decision, or in this case, a shiny object, instead of pushing ourselves to do something right away, the best thing that we can do is to actually sleep on it. And by sleeping on it, I don't mean that you sleep on it only for one night. You can actually give it a week or 2 weeks and see, are you really excited about this project 2 weeks down the lane or a week down the lane? Many times the excitement lasts only for like a couple of days, and then it sort of fizzles out, and we come back to our senses, or we get ourselves grounded, or we move to the next thing, I guess. So sleep on it, give it some time. I can see new people joining in. If you have experienced shiny object syndrome in any areas of your life, I would love to hear about it in the comments. Okay. So yeah, the first thing is being aware of your own attitude, behavior, and the way you navigate these kind of situations, or have navigated these kind of situations in the past, and what lessons you have learned from those situations. The second thing is to evaluate the actual potential of this new shiny object. Third is to sleep on it or give it some time before making a decision. Fourth is to stay committed. So obviously something becomes a shiny object when we are already doing something, right? So when we are doing project A, let's say, and project B comes by, and we are all excited about project B, it's always best to remind yourself that, okay, XYZ is the scenario right now. I won't be able to commit time, effort, money, energy into that. So let me just stay focused. And in order to stay focused or committed, the other thing that you should have is clear goals. Many times, the reason why we are hopping from one thing to the other is because we don't really have a clarity on what our vision is in terms of our business, what our vision is, or what our long-term goals are. So I would say go back to the drawing board. If you don't have a clear vision, then sit down and get a clarity, like write, journal. Journaling is a great way to get clarity on things, because when you put pen on paper, a lot of things magically becomes clear. So define your vision, set some goals for the next 12 months or 12 to 18 months, let's say, and then commit, inculcate discipline in yourself so that you stay committed to your own goals. There is a reel somewhere on my feed where I'm talking about something called SMART, SMART, which is a goal setting system that you can follow. And I've also given another system that you can follow to build a habit, which is called Don't Break the Chain. So if you find that video, watch it. Those are two ways that you can not just set some goals but also actually stick with it. So have clear goals and inculcate discipline to stay committed to those goals. And the last thing is where I come in as your mentor or coach. The last thing is to have accountability. If you can't afford a coach or a mentor at this point in time, have a friend that you can trust. This is why it's very crucial as business owners to have friends who are also business owners, because they understand where we are coming from. And if you have a really good friend who acts like your mirror, like who tells you when you're running behind different things when you should actually be focusing on something else, you will be able to stay accountable towards your goals and stay committed. If you want a mentor or coach, then I am right here. I would also like to take this opportunity to talk about my 12-month mastermind. It started in January 8th, but it is designed in such a way that you can join anytime through the year. There are already 3 amazing business owners. One is a nutritionist, one is a time management coach, and the third lady is an amazing card making artist. So we have both service-based and product-based businesses inside Elevate, and every week they are getting closer and closer to their goals. And as their coach, I'm also making sure that they are not running behind different shiny objects. Like whenever they come to the coaching call or they are in the community talking about something new that they can do, I have to help them ground themselves and remind them that, hey, listen, is this something that you really want to do, or is it a shiny object? So having a mentor, being part of a mastermind like Elevate can keep you focused on your goals and make sure that you are moving in the right direction. If you have any inquiries about Elevate, you can ask me in the DMs. I'm more than happy to assist. You can also book a quick, no commitment discovery call. Many people have got on discovery calls with me, and not everyone signs up, and that's completely okay. A discovery call will help you understand whether Elevate is the right fit for your business at this point in time, or whether you want to join later and all of that. So if you have any burning questions about Elevate, you can ask me in the DMs or just get on the call. Call is always better because we can I get a much better idea about your business and you get a much better idea about what Elevate is. There's only so much I can say in the DMs or in a live session like this, but yeah, totally up to you. Do you guys have any questions? We are at the end of the session. Any questions? Anything. Doesn't have to be about Elevate. It can be about your business, anything that you are struggling with. I'm more than happy to help. I mean, I'm here anyway. Sorry, the chair keeps moving. No? Okay, I'm not seeing any questions, so I am going to go. Thank you so much for joining. The replay should be available on the feed if Instagram doesn't bother me with the, with the replay video and all of that. All right, I'll see you. Take care. Bye.